So this is the lesson I had to give myself this past week. The picture on the left is from quite a few years ago and a few kilograms lighter. But sometimes you can learn a little bit by looking back if you keep a track of what your movements are. And a couple of things I liked that I was doing in 2005 compared to now. The most obvious is the stutter at the start of my swing. So if you watch the picture on the left, you'll see that I've got a nice waggle. When I take the club back, you'll see the club goes nice and slowly and along the ground. I've got a nice simple takeaway. And what that does, it makes sure my hips are active early and allows me to get a really nice full shoulder turn as I swing to the top of the backswing. I say maybe 20 kilos later and a shoulder operation, all of a sudden that mobility is not as good as it was. So you'll see the start of my swing now is much more contrived. I have to pick the club up. I've got a little bit of a stutter at the start, and when I get to the top of the swing it's a lot tenser and I don't make the same full shoulder turn. With that, because that's tight at the top of my swing, even though there's a good hip rotation, the swing on the left shows that when I start my downswing into the transition, my head stays nicely behind the shot. The picture on the right, you'll see I go forward first, and that's all to do with tension at the top of the swing. So if we look at that again slowly, that poor start gets me tense, and then my head moves forward at the start of the swing. I still recover, I can still make good contact, I still get nice alignments through impact, but that has caused that stutter on my backswing, or at the start of my swing, is causing all the problems with my backswing. So my work over the next few weeks is to see if I can get my takeaway sorted out, where it's a little bit smoother, like it was a few years ago. And then also I've got to speak to my dietitian and see if I can start to get back to losing some weight. Oh, it would be nice to go back in time, wouldn't it? Anyway, if you need help with your game, please give me a shout.